What's going on, guys? So these are the SHOKZ OpenRun minis. This is my third time making this video, so stick with me here. I'm having some technical difficulties with audio. These are bone conductive, wireless, hands-free, whatever you want to call it, headphones. You can answer phone calls. You can listen to music. It's got a magnetic charging port, which I'll get into that in a minute. Has a button on the side to start, stop music, answer phone calls, end phone calls. These are hands down my favorite wireless headphones. I've had several different types. I've had AirPods. I've had name brands, non-name brand, wireless headsets, and I've had good and bad, but I truly feel like these are the best that you can get. Now, I've got a lot of friends and family who have these, and I've got a few friends that tried to buy a set, and their biggest complaint was this band that goes around the back of your head is too small. Now again, I said these are the minis. They make a standard size as well, but from what I understand, there are a few people that could probably use like an extra large or large because it's too tight around the back of their head. This loop here goes over the top of your ear. This sits in front of your ear, and this sits behind your ear. You've got a volume button, which doubles as a power button. I don't know if you guys can see that. You hold the button to turn them off and on, and then you just push them up and down to adjust your volume. Now, I've had this set for about a year. I had another set for another year, and I'm getting about a year out of these. They're like $100, somewhere between, depending on where you get them. They're $100 to like $130. They've already released the newer version. I believe they call them the OpenRun Pro 2s. I have not had a set of those. My biggest complaint about these headphones, and the reason I buy them once a year, is because this magnetic charging port, they just quit charging. I've tried to clean them. I've put rubbing alcohol on them and scrubbed them. For me, after about a year, they just stopped working. Now, I use these things very heavily. I run music most of the time out of them. But you can also do phone calls with them, which they get used a lot for that as well. These will easily run a 10-hour day with heavy use, which is a big deal for me, probably for a few others. The other big thing about these is that they don't actually go in the ear canal, so you still can hear sounds naturally or air conductively. That's the way that everyone, I'll say pretty much everybody, with the exception of a few people out there, hear sound is air conductive. The bones in your ear also hear sound, and that's how these work. So they actually vibrate on the side of your head, or just in front of your ear, and they just vibrate the bone that actually picks up sound inside your ear. Now, with that said, because they don't actually go in your ear, you don't get the ear sweat that you typically get with in-the-ear headphones. You don't have an issue with them falling off your head or out of your ear. I've never really had that issue. I do sometimes have a slight issue with certain types of sunglasses because they're already on top of your ear, or seeing eyeglasses, but it's manageable, it's workable. One of the coolest things that I like about these is because these don't actually go in your ear, I can use regulated earplugs. So the foam, rubber, or silicone earplugs that you would wear in an environment that is required for hearing protection, you can still wear these with the approval of wherever you're working, of course. You can still wear these and wear the earplugs in your ear. Yes, they still work. Yes, it completely, when you put the earplugs in, these still work because you don't hear air conductivity when you put earplugs in. You can still hear bone conductivity. That's why when you wear earplugs, you can still hear yourself chew or swallow. Your body is picking up bone conduction sounds. And so wearing those earplugs, you can still hear music. I can still take phone calls and hear people and talk wearing earplugs. You can listen to music and the music doesn't sound muffled or things like that. It's actually pretty clear. The only downside to the music side of it is that because they're bone conductive, you don't get as good a quality in lower octave sounds like bass. It's still there. It's just not as booming as some people would like it to be. Now, one of the other things about this headset is that when you wear them, again, you don't get that itchy, sweaty ear that probably a lot of people have experienced in a hot environment. They're sweat proof. I don't know about waterproof, but I do know that they are sweat proof. There's a light built in the side, right where that little dimple is, that tells you when they're charging, when they're done. All in all, for me, I will never go back to a standard headset as long as these are around, because these are 10 times better. Of course, I understand that they're not going to be for everybody, because I've had a few friends and family try them and it just wasn't for them. Everyone has their own opinion, and that's fine. But for me, these things are in my top 3 headphones, and they're actually number 1 in comparison to everything else that is a standard style headphone. They're about $130 on Amazon. I just checked. I'm going to put a link in the bio again through my link tree. You guys go check them out. I appreciate you guys watching. Like, follow, share, repost, whatever you want to do. I appreciate everybody that's helping the channel grow and watching and sticking around. So with that said, we'll catch you on the next one. Appreciate you guys.